Hey guys, right here I have a 2014 Nissan Qashqai 1.2 DIGT two-wheel drive Acenta. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key. Let's go ahead and start it up first. There are welcome lights as you unlock the car. This Qashqai does come with a 6-speed manual as standard. Nice gauge sweep upon startup. The Qashqai does come with an electric rack and pinion power steering system. Standard on the Acenta trim is this leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at the 10 and 2 o'clock positions. As mentioned, this car does come with a 6-speed manual transmission as standard. The gear lever itself is covered in leather, the base of it, and this part right here. For reverse, pull this catch up, push the lever all the way to the left and up. And this car does come with an electronic parking brake. It is located right here. It is currently engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and push it down. To engage it, simply pull it back up. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on the hazards. Lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. Safety features for the Qashqai in Acenta trim comprises of 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, electronic stability program, hill start assist, tire pressure monitoring system, alarm system, immobilizer, ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the rear seats, and Nissan chassis control, which includes active engine brake, active trace control, and active ride control. Acenta trimmed Qashqais for the UK gets a set of 17-inch 5 V-spoke alloy rims as standard. The rims on this particular car are wrapped in Continental Conti Eco Contact 5 215/60 R17 tires. The brakes are ventilated discs in front and solid discs out back. For the suspension, the front gets McPherson struts while the rear gets a twist beam setup. The Qashqai has proven to be a success for Nissan as the first generation model that was on sale from 2006 to 2013 managed to sell more than 1.2 million units in Europe alone. The first generation was available in a number of markets outside Europe as well, which does increase that total sales figure. The Qashqai is a compact crossover SUV that was named after the Qashqai tribe living in southwestern Iran. The first generation model was also known as the Dualis in Japan and Australia, and there was the option of a 7-seater version called the Qashqai Plus 2. When the second generation model debuted slightly over a year ago, the Qashqai Plus 2 version was dropped, and this model was replaced by the third generation X-Trail, which now features 7 seats and is closely related to the Qashqai. The second generation model is not sold in Japan, and it is now known as the Qashqai in Australia. Under the bonnet of this Qashqai is an engine that was jointly developed with Renault. Codenamed H5FT, this engine is a 1.2-litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, turbocharged inline 4 that produces 113 horsepower at 4500 rpm and 190 Nm of torque at 2000 rpm. 0 to 62 miles per hour or 0 to 100 km per hour is achieved in 10.9 seconds onto 115 miles per hour or 185 km per hour top speed. With a fuel tank that can carry 55 litres of petrol, the Qashqai 1.2 DIGT manages a combined fuel consumption of 50.4 miles per gallon, which translates into 5.6 litres per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is rated at 129 grams per kilometer, and this two-wheel drive Qashqai has its power driving the front wheels. The second generation Qashqai was released to the UK market in February 2014. At launch, it was available in 3 engine choices: a 1.2 turbocharged petrol, a 1.5 turbo diesel, and a 1.6 turbo diesel. There were a number of trims as well, ranging from the base Visia, the mid-range Acenta and Acenta Premium, the top-of-the-line Tecna, and the limited edition Premier Launch Edition. Recently, the range was revised slightly to include a 1.6 turbocharged petrol engine, as well as the n-tec and n-tec Plus trim levels. For the full range of Qashqai variants currently available in the UK, please check the description box that is below this video. Exterior features of this Qashqai Acenta includes automatic halogen projector headlights, automatic wipers, LED daytime running lights, front and rear fog lights, and LED rear lights. Right down there, we do have a speaker together with a bottle holder and some storage. And right up here, you do have your window controls. Only the driver's side is fully automatic in both ways. You do have your window lock and central locking right here as well. Right up here, you do have your mirror controls. Right here you have the button to go through your trip meter, and right here the plus and minus buttons actually adjusts the brightness of your interior at night. Right down here, this lever adjusts the level of your headlight, this one turns off your traction control, and this button right here actually turns off your auto start stop system. But if you do have the system active, the engine will momentarily shut off when you arrive at a stop such as a traffic light or a traffic jam to save that extra bit of petrol or diesel depending on what the car is running on. Right down here to the right of your bonnet release lever, you have the lever to release your fuel flap. And the driver's seat in this Qashqai Acenta does come standard with full manual adjustments. This lever controls your seat back. This lever controls your seat height. And this bar down here controls your seat position. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how she revs. The Qashqai Acenta does come standard with a dual-zone automatic climate control system with all of your controls located right here. It is quite simple to use. You do have your fan speed in the middle, recirculation, different modes, on, off, your driver's side temperature with your dual button, your front and rear defrost, air conditioning, as well as your passenger side temperature with your automatic mode. Dual means if you have it turned on, the driver's side and the passenger side will each have their own individual temperature controls, but if you turn it off, the driver's side will control the temperature for both sides. As shown. And the Qashqai Acenta does come standard with an integrated head unit with various media connectivity options, as well as 6 speakers for the sound system. I must say, for stock sound system, the speakers in the Qashqai does sound quite good. Right here you have the radio button where you can switch between FM or AM, your display button. You can switch between your song duration, artist, and album with your song title right here. You do have your time as well. And media allows you to cycle through between Bluetooth audio streaming, auxiliary, USB, and CD. And right here you do have your Bluetooth telephone menu where you can look at your call list, look at your phone book, dial a number, scan for devices, pair a device, delete a device, select a paired device, and all that. You can also go through your Bluetooth settings. Right down here you do have your seat track buttons, your system setup with your audio. You do have your sound system settings with your bass, treble, balance, and fader, your auxiliary in settings, speed, volume, bass, boost, and all that. You can also adjust your clock, your radio settings, and all that from here. And right down here you do have your 6 customizable stations. Right up here you do have your CD player. It is MP3 compatible, eject button, and this button right here actually dims the display if you did not want it so bright at night. Electronic central locking. And this car does have power folding mirrors. On the steering wheel, the right spoke houses your cruise control as well as your on-hook off-hook buttons for the Bluetooth telephone system, and the left spoke houses your audio controls as well as your multi-information display controls. You do have your seat track buttons right here, your volume, and this return toggle switch right here, and your enter button, like I said, controls your multi-information display. Right now it displays your speed and average, your digital speedometer and average speed. Turning the display off, going through your settings, your vehicle warnings, your chassis control, tire pressure monitoring system, Bluetooth audio, or rather your audio menu, your fuel consumption data with your average fuel consumption and instant fuel consumption, your trip 1 data with your distance traveled and elapsed time, and back to your speed menu. If you hit enter, you can cycle between two different sets of values, average 1 and average 2, and same goes for like this, you can cycle through between trip 1 and trip 2. And in settings, you have your various settings with your driver assistance settings, chassis control and steering effort, where you can cycle through between normal and sport. Your clock settings, display settings. You can change the color of the car that is on the display. Your stop start settings, eco drive report, welcome settings. You do have your vehicle settings right here with your lights, indicators, unlocking and wipers. Your maintenance settings, alert, units, language and all that. And that's about it. On the right stall, you do have your wiper controls. In this position, the wipers are off, and flick it down once to activate your automatic wipers. On the left stall, you do have your light and indicator controls. The steering wheel in this Qashqai does come standard with tilt and telescopic adjustments. Adjust it via this lever right here. And right down here you do have a bit of storage with a power outlet. Couple of cup holders, more storage, and you do have an armrest right here with 2-tier storage, a smaller one right above and a bigger one down below. Power outlet, as well as your auxiliary and USB ports. Manual dimming, rear view mirror, and your interior lights. The sun visor for the driver's side does have a vanity mirror. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. Right down here you do have a bit of storage together with your speaker, and right here you do have your window control. The rear seat backs do fold down. Just locate this lever right here, pull it, and flip the seat back down. It does fold flat all the way to the back. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. I do have room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat, and I have about this much legroom and about this much headroom, which is actually not too bad. It does feel quite comfortable back here. You do have storage pockets for the front seat backs, some storage right there, and you do have a rear center armrest with cup holders. Your rear lights right up there, and you do have grip handles on the ceiling with hooks for both sides. There is a button right beneath the Nissan badge to open up the rear hatch. Space in the boot of the Qashqai is rated at 430 litres with the rear seat backs in place. Folding the rear seat backs down and removing the cargo cover will extend the boot space to 1,585 litres. There are storage spaces on both sides of the boot together with storage straps. There is a light on the left side of the boot that illuminates the area at night. There is also a false boot floor that allows for up to 16 different positions depending on how you want to arrange the removable panels. You do have adjustable headrests, front and rear. You do have a speaker down there, bottle holder and some storage. And right here you do have your window control together with your central locking buttons as well. The front passenger seat does get full manual adjustments. It just loses out on the height adjustment as found on the driver's side. You do have quite a deep glove box. And there is a vanity mirror for the passenger side sun visor as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2014 Nissan Qashqai 1.2 DIGT two-wheel drive Acenta. Thanks for watching and goodbye.